10:41 right now, and when she's not providing health care to Gotham City's downtrodden, she's helping out some superheroes. Take a look.
Are you sure you're not having any other symptoms that you're not telling me about?
No, maybe a little more tired than normal.
Okay. Kate would pop 2 of these and she'd be back in fighting shape.
Okay, cool.
But if you're hurt, you should sit out a few days.
Right. Did Kate ever sit out?
Kate was never shot with anything that pierced through the batsuit.
From the cast of Batwoman, please welcome Nicole Kang. Good morning.
What's up?
Morning.
So good to see you.
What's going on?
Okay, so every superhero doesn't do it alone, right? They have a team. Your character, Mary Hamilton, is part of Batwoman's crew, but she is so much more, right? She's kind of a superhero in her own right.
Yeah, I would definitely like to agree with that. I mean, not all heroes wear capes.
That's right.
I think my mom is actually a doctor in real life, and she's always watching, like I was just watching that clip, I haven't seen it yet, with a ton of anxiety because I'm like, did I perform the shot right? I have to like, because I know my mom's going to be watching.
Oh my gosh, what does mom say? What does she say?
She's like, that was pretty good. In the first season, like first episode, I suture Batwoman, and she was like teaching me how to suture over the phone. And so she's actually kind of our show's sort of unofficial medical expert,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about her role because as we continue to watch and learn, and and your mother watches and learns along with us, right? You're evolving each episode. So what would you like to see your character do next?
Well, for sure, I hope one day she suits up, but that's like a personal sort of giddy feeling of mine. But I think I have loved what she's been given. Not only is she the medical side of the team, technically, she's also the heart of the Bat team as well. And she's this season kind of the string that sort of tethers all of these characters together. Her sister happens to be our series villain, Alice, and she's sort of interacted and has very complicated relationships with all the characters. So I just want to see her, one of these days say, I'm not taking care of you guys.
Right.
I'm going off on my own mission, or I'd like to watch her sort of step out on her own a little bit more.
That could very well happen. You never know,
in the meantime,
right?
she has her hands completely full.
Yes, she does. And so you've appeared on other series like You and Orange is the New Black, but most recently you were in the film 10 Minutes to Midnight. Was this your first horror film?
Well, actually, it wasn't. I was in a film called Swallow, starring Haley Bennett, and with like IFC Films, and Haley won a performance actually at Tribeca Film Festival as well. But 10 Minutes to Midnight was definitely kind of the biggest role I had within the horror genre. And it was just so much fun to play opposite to Caroline Williams, who is Texas Chainsaw Massacre legend. And that was so fun to learn from the Scream Queen herself. So
that's true.
It was definitely the first time going toe-to-toe with somebody like that.
I love horror. It's like my favorite genre altogether. But just doing a little research, you were born in Boston, raised in Virginia, but you're a self-proclaimed New Yorker. I know the pandemic had to have been pretty hard, right? Because have you been recently?
Well, actually, in the middle of the pandemic, my lease was up, so I packed up all of my stuff somehow, and I sent it all to LA, yes. But I very quickly had to relocate to Vancouver, so I've been a little bit transient in this sort of year, this season. Yeah.
What do you miss about New York?
I miss the homey feeling that I have. I miss having a home, and I miss walking outside. I mean, I think I miss what a lot of New Yorkers miss, which is, I hope, just around the corner. But walking to your local coffee
I
shop
know,
and,
right?
you know, and saying hello to the people that are outside your core group of friends, but that are sort of the people that you bump into on a daily basis that make it feel familiar. And yeah, that's my sort of very favorite
Yeah, I just miss people.
romantic thing. Yeah.
Right? Just like people walking down the street and like, you know, get out of my way.
Exactly.
Instead of watching videos of them.
Yes.
Well, maybe you'll get to come back soon. Hopefully you will. You know, we spoke a little bit about your mom. Tell us about your dad, because apparently he wasn't so gung-ho when you decided to go into acting, right?
Oh my God. If he's watching. Yeah, no way. He was worried about me. Him and my mom are brilliant. They're MIT graduates and math and science, you know, sort of geniuses. And I think this was really tough for them to land on and accept. So my dad finally was like, oh, well, I guess I did 5 years of, you know, further education, getting my PhD. So I guess you can have 5 years to try this hobby and then you'll promise to get your MBA. And I was like, okay, deal. You know, at the time I was like, what? But really my story started, I was studying accounting. I was in business school and I got on a Greyhound bus 16 hours from Cleveland, Ohio to New York City. And I stepped off that bus in probably a pile of dog poo and it just with stars in my eyes. And I auditioned for NYU at Tisch and it was sort of over from there. But yeah, I had 5 years. This is my 5th year, I think. So
from accounting to acting.
That's right. I mean, I think you've done quite well. Dad should be pretty proud.
Yeah.
I hope he is. Yeah, I think so. He watches every Sunday. So.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm like, you know, from my mom at least, I'm like, look, I'm a doctor.
Right?
Closer than we've ever been.
Nicole, so great to have you here.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course, and you can see Nicole this Sunday, 8 p.m. on the CW's Batwoman, right here, of course, on PIX11.